30,000 citizens per representative. Let's begin with the Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Paragraph 3, latter part. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of the Congress of the United States, and within every subsequent term of 10 years, in such a manner as they shall be by law direct. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000. There were 65 representatives in the first House, and that would have represented a population of 1,950,000. Today we estimate that the actual population was somewhere around 2,830,000. Therefore, even the Constitution itself did not provide for the population that actually existed at the time. Either our numbers are way off or theirs were. Currently, there is an organization that advocates that we return to the number of representatives that the Constitution originally required. It is called 30,000.org, and even that organization cannot settle on the actual constitutional number. It advocates that a bill which was passed by the House in 1789 that changed the number of representatives to 50,000 per citizen be followed. The Constitution was considered ratified on June the 21st, 1788, when New Hampshire was the 9th state to vote for ratification. On that date, the Constitution was the law of the land. Question: why should we accept a bill passed by the House in 1789? That is not an amendment and has no more weight than one passed in 1920. The proper number still remains at 30,000. Refer to the table in Volume 6 of Liberty, Will It Survive the 21st Century? In 1790, the population was 3,929,214. Therefore, there should have been 131 representatives. How many were there? 69. What? Who changed the rules? This was probably the first actual violation of the new Constitution, and it had been in existence only 1 year. Even if they had used the improper number of 50,000, there should have been 78. What happened? Now look forward to 1800. The population was 5,308,483. There should have been 177 representatives. There were only 106, which indicates that they incorrectly used the number of 50,000, which was an unconstitutional number. The number of around 50,000 continued to be used until after the Civil War, and then the whole thing went right out the window. Who caused it, and why? In 1929, the House passed a bill capping the number at 435. Why? What was so special about 435? The census in 1930 should have set the number of representatives at 4,107. Looking at today, if the census were taken February the 23rd, 2017 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the estimated population was 324,591,160. The number of representatives should be around 10,818. Why are we so off base? The answer to this question, as with so many other questions, is the shadow power that controls our nation. This power completely controls every action the federal government takes, and many of the actions of the state governments. We are infested with this shadow power, and we must shake it off if we are to continue as a republic with the liberties we should have even today. Here's a thought. Let's return to the Constitution and elect 10,818 representatives. Then require them to have their offices in their districts, not in Washington, D.C., so they will be handy to their constituents. Let's not allow them to accept or raise money from anyone or any place outside of their districts. These two simple requirements would bring the representatives back to the people where they belong. We would again have influence on what they do, which is what the Constitution meant in the first place. Computers and the Internet could be used to conduct their business with each other, so the government would still be able to function.